It was an ordinary evening, no different from any other. As usual, the six of us met at our regular spot after sunset. Laughter filled the air, casual conversations flowed, and time passed the way it always did. Everything appeared normal, almost too normal, except for one detail that felt deeply unsettling. One of our friends was unusually quiet. He was always the most energetic among us, the one who kept the group alive with jokes and stories. But that evening, he sat silently, staring into nothing as if his mind was somewhere far away. We noticed it almost immediately. When we asked him what was wrong, he didn't respond at first. After a long pause, he slowly looked up at us. His expression serious and disturbed, and said something that changed the mood completely. He told us that something terrifying had happened to him the previous night. He began by saying that he had been invited to a feast in a village near Mangalore. He, his cousin brother, and another close friend planned to go together on two-wheelers. The village was a little far from their place, so they decided to take a shortcut road, one that passed through a forested area. At first, the journey felt peaceful. The night air was cool, the road was quiet, and the sound of their engines echoed softly through the darkness. They were relaxed, enjoying the ride, completely unaware of what awaited them. They reached the house around 7 p.m. The place was lively, filled with guests, lights, laughter, food, and celebration. Drinks were served, dinner was shared, and for a few hours, everything felt warm, safe, and normal, as if nothing in the world could go wrong. By the time the celebrations ended, it was close to 11 p.m. They prepared to leave, planning to return the same way they had come. However, the friend who came along with them decided to stay back for some more time. Just before they left, the host stopped them. His tone changed. He warned them not to take the shortcut road at night and insisted they go by the longer route instead. When they asked him why, his face grew serious. He said strange incidents had been reported on that road for years. Vehicles stopping without reason, people losing their sense of direction, and sudden, unexplainable fear gripping those who travel through it late at night. He even told them about an auto driver whose vehicle mysteriously stopped on that road, forcing him to abandon it and run away in fear, only to return the next morning to retrieve it. They listened, but like most people, they didn't fully believe him. It sounded like a typical village horror story, the kind passed down to scare people away from lonely roads. Still, something about his warning felt different. Without arguing further, they decided not to take any chances and followed his advice, choosing the longer route home. They reached their place around 12:30 a.m. Exhausted but relaxed, they took a shower, changed their clothes, and were just about to go to sleep when the phone rang. It was a call from the friend who had stayed back at the feast, but the voice on the other end didn't sound like him at all. It was shaky, confused, almost panicked. He said he didn't know where he was. He said he was lost. They immediately asked him which route he had taken. His response sent a chill down their spine. He said he didn't know. He said his mind wasn't working properly. When they asked him to call the friend who hosted the feast, he said he couldn't even find the number on his phone. Then suddenly, his tone changed. He said some boys were standing near him and that he would hand the phone over to them. Without wasting a second, our friend and his cousin brother rushed out to find him. With directions from those strangers, they reached the location where he was sitting beside his parked scooter, deep inside the isolated stretch of road. When they saw him, he looked completely shaken. His face was pale, his eyes empty, as if something inside him had been drained. 4 unknown boys were standing nearby. Everything seemed calm on the surface, but the atmosphere felt heavy and wrong. That's when they noticed something disturbing. A white medical plaster stuck to his chin. They asked him how he got the plaster. He replied softly, "I don't know." They asked the strangers if they had put it there. The boys said no. They explained that they were returning home from a mosque. It was Ramzan time, and noticed him sitting alone in that place, which was unusual because no one ever sat there at night. They said he already had the plaster when they found him. Hearing this, everyone froze. Shocked and confused, they immediately called the host of the feast and asked him to come there. When he arrived, the first thing he asked was why they had taken that road. Then he noticed the plaster and asked what had happened. Their friend stared blankly at him and said he didn't know. Over and over again, he kept repeating that he felt like he was losing his mind. They checked his scooter carefully, expecting to find signs of an accident. But there were none. Not a single scratch. They checked his clothes, perfectly clean, no tears, no dust, no blood. It was clear that he had not fallen or met with any accident. They asked him to sit down and think carefully. After a long silence, fragments of memory slowly began to return. He said that while riding back, a man had suddenly stopped his scooter and asked for a lift. He remembered that he was supposed to take the longer route, but the man insisted that the shortcut was faster and safer. Trusting him, he turned into the forest road. That was the last thing he could remember. Everyone standing there felt a chill run through their bodies. That was the same road they had been warned about. When they carefully removed the plaster from his chin, they found fresh blood underneath. Deep scratch marks, as if someone had clawed his skin with long nails. Terrified, they didn't stay there any longer. They left immediately. That night, the friend developed a severe fever and behaved abnormally for several days. He had to undergo counseling before he slowly returned to normal. Even today, no one knows what truly happened on that road. Who was that man who asked for a lift on a deserted road? How did a medical plaster appear on his chin without anyone knowing who placed it there? Who scratched his skin so deeply, leaving marks that looked nothing like an accident? What happened during those missing moments that his mind could never remember? And why did it all happen on the very road everyone warned him about? These questions remain unanswered, even today. But one thing is clear. Not every warning is meant to scare us, and not every shortcut is meant to be taken. Sometimes, intuition and advice are silent protectors, guiding us away from danger we cannot see or explain. When something tells you to slow down, to choose the longer path, or to turn back, listen. Because reaching home safely is always more important than reaching fast.